Peace, namaste, ashe. I would like to welcome you back to my channel. Okay, connecting that third eye with the heart. Then you connected with the body down there at the root. Thank you for coming for tuning into my channel once again. I'm just relaxing, guys. I'm in a nice peaceful state. Got a lot of things done today. And I thought I would come back and answer some questions I've been getting in my emails about astral travel and lucid dreaming. Okay. Because so many people are always asking, like, how do I astral travel? I wanna astral travel. I want to get into lucid dreaming. Of course, coming from the reality of it, the facts, of course, there's so many things you got to do beforehand that you should be more focused on before you even get to that step. And this is what I'm going to break down. There's so much other stuff, excuse me, out there on this topic, astral travel and lucid dreaming. This is not a video where I'm going to give you some binaural beats and tell you to listen to it and meditate to it, and you're going to come out of your body. That's not how it works. If you noticed it, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have tried those videos, right? On YouTube, you've listened to it. They don't work. Why? Now, they possibly can work, but you have to be in the right frame, okay? Some of the techniques and stuff, I've even given techniques on how to do it in my past videos, okay? But in order for it to work, you got to be in the right frame. So the number one thing, well, not the number one thing, just something that's very important is, in order for you to come out of your body, to go into the etheric realms, okay, to go into the realms of spirit where you're still connected to the physical body, because as you know, for those of you who have astral traveled, or if you listen to people who have astral traveled, you'll notice that when you come out of your body, you're still connected to the physical body. Okay, there's a long spiritual cord that's connected to the spiritual body. If you haven't astral traveled, then of course you're not going to understand this. But again, most other people who have, they're going to tell you about this. A lot of times people astral travel when they're young too. I'm gonna get to that. So one of the main reasons that's stopping you from doing this, from astral traveling and also lucid dreaming, is your body is too heavy. Okay, now I don't mean just like you're fat or something, or you're overweight. What I mean is that you're just too heavy, as far as like you eat too much, you consume too much. Today, occultists refer to regular people as the walking dead. Think about the aspect of zombies. Think about The Walking Dead, the TV show, right? Zombies. All they do, they're mindless, they're really slow, they're oblivious to their surroundings, and all they do is consume, eat, eat, eat. Okay, so today in especially wealthy societies, such as the United States, all people do is eat all the time. It's like a whole, everybody talking about food all the time. Even in the so-called healthy vegan communities, vegetarian communities, all they talk about is food. Eat, 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 food, food, food. Food is ruled by the root chakra, the lowest form, the lowest chakra. Why? Because food is survival. So you're stuck in you're just talking about survival mode all the time. So not only that, keeping your vibrations low. Of course, food is good, but I'm saying when your mind is only focused, you're just always talking about food all the time. You're always eating all the time. Your body's heavy. Even if you're so-called eating light foods, like fruits and vegetables, you could be raw vegan, okay, and still eat too much. I know plenty of raw vegans, all they do is eat all day, okay? And you're not going to come out of your body, you're too heavy. Because it has nothing to do with actually your physical shell. Because remember, eating is spiritual as well. You're taking on weight spiritually as well. I keep telling you guys about the four worlds: physical, uh, emotional, mental, and spiritual. You consume. When you consume food, you're consuming through the other three worlds as well. This is why people eat emotionally. Okay, you're down on, you're low on love, and you're lonely, you're depressed. This is how you can tell you're lonely, you're depressed, or you're down on love. You don't get enough affection. Is if you're addicted to sweets. Okay, if you have repressed anger, you have anxiety, you have uh, resentment stored inside of you, are addicted to salty foods. Okay, so you eat emotionally. This weighs you down. You're not supposed to be eating all day. You're not even supposed to eat every day. Now, people are going to want to argue with that. Again, it's pointless to argue with this stuff. Okay, because every scripture there is talks about fasting. No arguments. You're not supposed to eat all day, every day. Okay, and if you continue, you'll never reach a higher vibration. You'll never reach um, touching those etheric realms. That's why I said it. It all starts here in the physical realm. A lot of you can't master the physical realm, so you think you're going to master the etheric realm, right? So eating too much, consuming food, don't let food control you. People are always talking about other people being addicted to something all the time. People talk about others who smoke weed or drink liquor, who pop pills, who any other kind of drug, or who are addicted to sex. But a lot of you are addicted to food. You have no uh you shouldn't have no judgments because you're addicted to something. A lot of you are addicted to food. So that's gonna stop you from touching. Like I said, you could do all the techniques. You could be the most positive person in the world, and you're still not gonna astral travel if you're too heavy from eating. Another thing is when your heart is too heavy. Okay, a lot of you that have been in relationships where you've gotten hurt. All right. Now, one way you can see if you fall into this category, if you have these ideologies where you say all men are like such and such, or all women do such and such, you know, always extending that hatred towards outside of yourself. That's how you can know when you create those ideologies. All men cheat, all women are unloyal, uh, all whatever it is that hurts you, especially relationships. Doesn't have to be relationships. It could be ideologies of rich people. All rich people are greedy. Um, it could be ideologies towards people from another country. All Americans are stupid. It could be so many different things when you create these ideologies that makes your heart heavy. Okay? Your heart has to be light as a feather, and that's even to get off of this existence period. You're going to keep reincarnating until you understand this concept that you need to have a light heart. It's not a fact that all men are cheaters. It's not a fact that all women are cheaters. It's not a fact that all that people are evil. These are not facts, people. These are because you've gotten hurt or you've been listening to hurt people. Hurt people, hurt people. Okay, there's a lot of hurt people walking around here giving advice. Okay, so this makes your heart heavy. And you can't go anywhere with a heavy heart. You can't even succeed in life, period, with a heavy heart. Some of the most poorest individuals, and I don't mean just financially, I mean overall, the four worlds. Some of the most poorest individuals are people with heavy, heavy hearts. They got, cheated on a relationship. They had a best friend that stabbed them in the back. They had a family member that treated them bad. Their mother, father left. And now, because of that, they're not evolving from this pain, this lesson. It's a lesson. It's the whole reason why you went through it. You should be thankful that you're going through things so you can learn, so you can grow faster instead of complaining and becoming heavier and heavier. Okay? So keep in mind, again, I'm pointing to the mind. Keep in mind of all these ideologies that you have. Check your ideologies. Do you have a heavy heart? You know, this is going to create this loneliness, make you want to eat more of those sweets, more ice cream, you know, because you're lonely, you're depressed, you know, let's be honest. Again, the whole point, what they tell you about addiction, right? The first step is acknowledging that you have the addiction. A lot of you guys don't want to, you know, fess up, but this is how you can heal yourself. Once you realize you have the problem, now you can fix the problem. Okay, so you got to start forgiving yourself and others. Yes, I said forgive yourself. Because some of you guys have ideologies towards yourself that's making your heart heavy as well. You're not meant to be perfect. You are a god and or a goddess. You're not. The whole perfection in that is being imperfect. This is why you have so many contradictions in your personality. The human body itself is a contradiction. Just study the anatomy of the human body. You'll see so many different contradictions. It doesn't really make sense to the logical mind. This life reality period doesn't make sense to the logical mind. It's feminine. Your human body is feminine. Remember, the earth element and the water element are feminine elements. So that means everything in this physical realm that you can see and touch and feel is feminine. Okay? So it's not going to make sense. And that's the beauty of it. It's just like a woman, right? To all my fellas out there that want to try to understand your woman logically, it's not about that. It's about accepting the beauty in her. It's like the scientists trying to figure out everything with the universe. You're not going to figure it out. They come up with all this stuff about the Big Bang Theory. Come on, man. There's no facts in that. That's why they say everything's a theory, right? They're going to keep trying and trying to figure it all out. It's not meant to be figured out with the logical mind. You got to figure it. The ancients knew that. This is why they taught in symbology. They taught in symbology. Okay? They taught metaphorically. That's what we're missing today in teaching. So again, learning, I know it's cliche, but forgiving yourself and forgiving others, forgiving the situation, saying, letting it all go, letting it out. Once you're free, once you free your heart, you know, at nighttime, sometime between, you know, what they call witch's hour, and it's like midnight, the darkest time period of night. This is when Saturn's ruling around 12 a.m. Okay, when Saturn's ruling at night, you know, you want to stand up in your room, right, or wherever you're at, and you want to open your arms and look up to the sky and envision your heart opening and just envision your heart, you know, the energy from your heart spreading everywhere, and say, you know, I'm opening my heart. I'm letting all the pressure go. I'm opening my heart. You do this consciously all the time, you know, consistently, this will definitely change your energy. Another thing is your body is too tense. A lot of people have tense bodies. Okay? So, you know, because this is coming from anxiety, this is coming from stress, depression, you know, lack of exercise. So this you have a tense body, your body is not gonna relax enough for you to actually come out of this shell, this shell of flesh. Okay, so if you have tense body, you have aches and pains, back problems and stuff like that, you're not gonna come out because your body's too tense. Okay, so you know, getting massages, you know, doing yoga. Also, of course, meditation, hypnosis. Like I said, I have those hypnosis packages, guys. Selling those packages. where it's an event planner and a hypnosis package that has sacred G. That's another thing too. Is cracking the mathematics of the subconscious mind. All right. Now, this takes a lot of dedication because you have to know music theory and you also have to know audio. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why I got into audio and music. Of course, I like doing it, for the creative process, but I also understand that music and audio are connected to the spiritual sciences as well. This is why hypnosis is so powerful. This is why I told you I put those the sacred geometry in there. I put the mental alchemy in there, and I put the planetary frequencies in the hypnosis session, and I gave you an event planner. Like I said, you can watch regular hypnosis sessions on YouTube for free, but they don't have those aspects in it. Okay, but these are unlocking the keys to your subconscious mind. When you unlock these keys, when you receive these keys, now you have access to the etheric realms. You have access to other dimensions. I'm trying to put it in simple terms for you guys so you can understand this, because if I speak all technical and stuff like that, it's just kind of hard to understand. And plus, it's hard for me to put in words anyway, because this is real deep stuff. But I'm trying to put it in simple terms for you guys. But yeah, having a tense body. So like I said, yoga, making sure for all those people out there with the tense muscles, you can take Epsom salt baths, sea salt. Like I said, get those keys to the subconscious mind, because that's going to take you further than anything else as far as consciousness goes. When you're trying to do all these other things like lucid dream and astral travel. Okay. Another thing is connecting with your travel guide. This is what we call them in the occult. Okay, in small occult circles. Remember, all this stuff is a secret. Okay, now there is a lot of stuff out there because of the New Age movement, but again, everything is watered down with them. Okay, so your travel guide. You have a spiritual travel guide. Now, in the New Age movement, they call this your guardian angel. Because when you came to this planet and you sold your soul to Saturn, like I tell you guys, you sold your soul to Saturn. All right, this is why all the conspiracy theorists is always talking about Saturn and you sold your soul, blah, blah, blah. Put it in simple terms. When you came to this planet, you sold your soul to Saturn to experience pain and pleasure. Okay, point blank period. Let's be real. Again, this stuff is secret. The occult circles and the Masons and whatever all know this stuff. They know what this reality really is. Okay, so I'm getting you hip to this stuff so you can understand what this reality really is, and now you can shift your perception when you understand what's going on. Okay. So when you came down to this planet, you signed a contract with Saturn, and you also have a contract with so-called guardian angel, but in occult circles, we call this your travel guide. Because while you're here on this planet, you have you're supposed to have access to the etheric realms as well, where you can take information, bring it down to this physical realm, and actually use this information to gain more pleasure and pain. Okay, where actually you're manipulating the reality, manipulating the matrix. You're here to actually manipulate the matrix, the computer. But as we see, 99% of the world, 99% of the individuals are not. They are being manipulated. You see, these top individuals are manipulating you. Okay, when you're supposed to be manipulating your personal reality. So this is why your guardian angel, your travel guide, is responsible for helping you to tap into these realms. Okay, now how do you do this? Of course, there's certain rituals. There's a rite of passage. Okay, You guys want to do your own research on this, all right? Now, those of you who want a consultation and stuff like this, I'll break it down. But again, this is something that I can't really disclose that much because remember, karma is attached to knowledge as well. All right, so it's very, this is why most of this stuff was a secret in the first place, because these people understood the karmic rules, the laws of the universe. But I'm still giving it to you because I'm still giving you that seed. I'm planting the seed within inside your mind so you can get sparked. All right. So you could do more research on this. If you need help, we can set up a consultation. You can set up a consultation with me. Like I said, my email is in the description of this video, occulthealing22@gmail.com. Okay, we can set up a consultation and I'll break that down for you and how exactly what you could do to tap with your travel guide. All right, but again, this is not watered down new age stuff. So this is not a regular ritual. This is only for serious people. Okay. But do more research on this. Effective research. Okay, it's not just going to be a simple meditation you can find on YouTube. All right, remember, you got to travel through the maze of tricks. The more research you do, you'll find out your answers, though. Okay. Like I said before, mastering the physical realm. All right. This is why I call myself Mirage the Illusionist. Everything in this reality is an illusion. So that means if you want to master this illusion, you must become the illusionist. Remember, you speak things into the existence. Okay? So how do you master this physical reality? First of all, understanding the laws of the universe. Okay? But I want to make sure, I want to give you this. You guys know what this is, right? The magician card, right? Number 1. The first step, the real first step is number 0, the Fool card, but that's a whole nother story. But as far as on your journey, number 1 step, see that number 1? Is mastering the physical realm. You see right here? This is the wand. This is the fire element. The sword is the air. The cup is the water. The pentacle is the earth. This is the first step. They gave you the secret. But remember, they taught metaphorically. They taught with symbols. Okay? So how do you tap into the symbol? I already told you guys about meditating on cards, right? In one of my older videos, where I told you to stare at this card. Okay? Because the tarot card's original creation was for spiritual practices. Okay, you could do so-called readings with them, yes, but that didn't come till way later as far as what people were using it for, because they found out, you can match the symbols with, with reality, and you can kind of give advice, not really predicting the future like they tell you again in the New Age movement, but you can get advice, you can get a path where you can go. Okay, so stare at this picture. You want to have your 100% focus within the picture, okay, for at least a couple minutes, right? Once you really are immersed in the picture, then you want to close your eyes, get into a comfortable space. Remember, picture yourself becoming the magician. Picture yourself becoming the magician. Now, what do you feel? What is the message being sent to you? You gotta let your intuition take over. Okay, that's the meditation, though. You want to go through that, of course, and you want to continue that practice. But as you see, to tap into the etheric realms, because what's the next card? The High Priestess. I wish I had the card. I don't have it down here. I have it in my meditation space, but I just don't feel like getting it right now. But the next card, number 2, is the etheric realm, which is the High Priestess. Okay, if you see the picture of the High Priestess, the Rider-Waite deck, I always tell you guys, right? You will only want to pay attention to certain decks that were created by occultists, masons, druids, people that were into this stuff. Anybody else, you can throw it in the trash, to be honest. Because, I mean, for art purposes, you know, it's cool, you know, to just draw your own stuff. But again, these were made for a purpose. It wasn't just fun, okay? This was serious stuff. So this is why the 3 decks that I use are the Rider-Waite deck, the Thoth deck by Aleister Crowley, and the Builders of the Ataman deck. Okay, I'll have those 3 decks in the description of this video. Links to them going right to Amazon for you, for those that want to purchase them. Okay, but in order to get higher, you have to master your physical body. That's your, you know, like I said, eating. If you're addiction, you know, eating too much and stuff like that, you're not properly balancing out your sexuality. You know, some of you want to cut your sexuality off. That's not balanced. Some of you use too much of your sexuality. That's not balanced. You know, then of course you balance your, you know, you want to master your emotions. You want to use your emotions for you know, to get things that you want. Like I said, people that get hurt, they use their emotions negatively to themselves because they, you know, in return have a heavy heart. You want to master your mind, master your thought process. That's, again, the hypnosis session helps you master your thought process. You control your mind, okay? Master your spiritual presence, okay? That's controlling your aura field and stuff like that. So many different things. Once you get this down packed, this is when you are able to come out consciously. Because some people did come out in astral travel before, right? Most of the time they're young. And they did it by accident. They did it uncontrollably, right? First of all, why were they always young? Because you weren't as heavy as you are today. Now, in older age, because life didn't hit you. You done went through relationships, you done went to your job and you've been turned down. Now you're getting heavier and heavier because you're getting more cynical and cynical. When you're a child, you're still pure. Nobody didn't break your heart yet. I mean, some people, yes, depending on, you know, where you live, where you're from, the family that you're in. But a lot of times, you're still pure. So you're able to come out of your body. But as life progresses, you get older and older, so-called older and older. We're not supposed to age. That's a whole nother different story. You get older and older, you get more cynical. You get more compacted, get more balled up, closed off, you know? Like when you're a kid, you're outside all the time, playing. You have a ton of friends, playing all the time. When you get older, you lose friends. You stay in the house more. You have bad, you know, some more cynical thoughts. You hate life. You hate your job. You hate your relationship. You hate your marriage. You hate the other gender. You hate all this stuff. Okay? So mastering this physical realm, that's the first step. This tells you the first step in spirituality is mastering yourself and also mastering your physical reality, making yourself comfortable. Do you have adequate income so you can buy yourself healthy food and live in a comfortable space? Okay, this is the reason why I was given the how to make money from home sessions. Okay, because if you're stressed at your job every day, you're not going anywhere. Let's be honest. Let's be real. You're not going anywhere. As far as spiritually, you might come up in, you know, in your company and stuff like that. But if you're not happy, because remember, happiness is equating to your energy. You can tell if you're in a high vibration or not is if you're happy. If you're sad, you're in a low vibration. If you're happy, you're in a high vibration. Now, of course, we fluctuate because life is feminine, but it still has to be a majority. So if your energy on the majority scale is happiness, even though you might have some low periods here and there, you're in a high vibration. You're a high vibrational person. Now, if you are always negative and you might have some ups sometimes where you're happy one day, you're mostly a negative person, a low vibrational person. Okay, but it's easy to fix that. Like I told you, the hypnosis package that I give out fixes that. You know, understanding your astrological map, your astrological chart, getting a reading will help you understand this. You know, getting a tarot reading to um, help you with decisions and help you figure things out will help you with this. Detoxing, fasting, getting out in nature, exercising, meditating, uh, being around positive people, getting, expressing your sexuality in a healthy way. These things will raise your vibrations. These things will help you, master the physical realm. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is the planet Neptune, because Neptune is the ruler of the etheric realms. Okay, Neptune is the ruler of the etheric realms. Neptune rules half of Pisces. This is the aspect of Pisces that makes Pisces so spiritual. Okay, if you're ruled by Pisces, nothing to do with the sun sign, guys. If you're ruled by Pisces, which if you had a session with me, then you know your rulership, you know your ruling sign. Okay, it's very important to know your ruling sign, your ruling planet, your ruling element, and your ruling mode. The free websites don't tell you that. Hence why they're free. You get what you pay for, guys, right? You want the free website, they're not gonna, they're gonna, that's good to learn your planet position. So you know your Mars is in Aries, or your Venus is in such and such, your moon is in what and what house. But when it comes to real information like the rulerships, when it comes to the real information like explaining what they are, what that means, you can't get that from the free sites. Remember, you get what you pay for it. But Neptune. So you want to look at where Neptune is at in the houses, okay? Where it's next to, because whatever house Neptune is in, let's just say Neptune is in your second house, okay? This means financial stability is the key to your etheric realm. Now, let's just say Neptune's in your first house. That means understanding yourself and understanding what you give to others is the key to your etheric realm. So Neptune shows you the keys to your etheric realm, because then once you start focusing on that, like I said, let's just say Neptune's in your second house, right? And it's about financial status. If you, in return, start really focusing on your financial stability, set your own businesses up or get a job that you love and your energy is right, now you're using the key to your etheric realms. Now you can put these techniques into practice and actually achieve going into the etheric realms, traveling in other dimensions, tapping into your subconscious mind through lucid dreaming. Okay? It's very simple to explain, but of course it takes dedication. Okay? So I think this video is too long. God dang. 32 minutes. Okay, guys. So I hope this information is helpful. Again, those of you that want the readings, that want the consultations, the how to make money from home session, the hypnosis package, contact me at occulthealing22@gmail.com. You know I got that 22 in the name. Okay, occulthealing22@gmail.com. That email will be in the description of this video. I'll leave you on Hotep. Namaste, Ashe. Keep your vibrations high. Keep using your mind. And I leave you in love, peace, and serenity. I love you so much. Love yourself. Know your power. Keep growing. And you'll see a change. Thank you.